Guys, there have been massive changes to non-cry characters again this week, and unfortunately, it's all bad news. Kits got nerfed, the Resonance got nerfed, and so I'm here to analyze it all and tell you what it means from a mathematical standpoint. So, first of all, the general nerf that applies to everybody is that the Resonance that gives the team a lunar damage bonus based on stats of characters not from Notcry got nerfed quite a bit. It went from a maximum of 48% to a maximum of 36%. This nerf affects Flins more than Lauma, because he has many more teams where he benefits from the Resonance. As a reminder, this will only activate when you have 2 Notcry characters on the team, and Flint's best teams always need to have 2, while Lauma is more diversified. Either way, it's an objective nerf to both. Moving on, about the nerfs Flint specifically got, his burst multipliers got decreased by a bit. This blows, because his burst is his main damage source by a vast amount, so it's the last thing you want to see getting nerfed in his kit. As a whole, his teams took a significant hit. Considering the Resonance nerf as well, they went down by around 4,000 or 5,000 DPS across the board. To be honest, I didn't think Flint needed a nerf, nor I expected one, because it was just pretty great, not like broken. But maybe the developers want to lower the baseline of Notcry a little bit, I don't know. There was also a buff to his kit, however, specifically in his constellations. His Constellation 1 now gives him more energy refunds, while his Constellation 6 buffs him a little more. For the Constellation 1 specifically, that was exactly the buff he needed, because this Constellation allows him to use an extra burst, but for 30 more energy spent a rotation. So, it giving more energy back alleviates the energy requirement increase he'd receive. Nerfs to his base, buffs to his constellations, way to go. I'm sure people will be ecstatic. Moving to Lauma now, there was only one significant nerf to her kit, but it might be the biggest single nerf I've seen in a while. Long story short, they readjusted the multipliers of her elemental skill, so her only source of damage. They almost halved the multipliers of her Lunar Bloom part, but increased the multipliers of some normal hits, which however don't scale off Elemental Mastery, so they're irrelevant. There are no two ways about it here, this sucks, big time. The Lunar Bloom part, so the part that got nerfed, is her most important multiplier, because it ignores defense in the formula. Overall, it was around a 30% nerf to her raw damage, and considering she was looking to be a pretty strong sub-DPS for her teams, this is not ideal. On top of that, there was a nerf to her best free-to-play weapon. They changed the main stat from Elemental Mastery to Energy Recharge, and decreased the Elemental Mastery buff in its passive from 240 to 200 at Refinement 5. This is, in my opinion, an acceptable nerf, because Lauma needed plenty of energy recharge on all of her teams, and this new version of the weapon should take care of those almost entirely. So, from a mathematical standpoint, it's a nerf, but realistically makes building her quite a lot easier. Team-wise, pretty much every composition of hers took a big hit, bigger than for Flames, because her damage output really got gutted. However, in her case, I understand this nerf more, because I thought she was broken prior to this, and now I still think she's extremely strong, because the team calculations still look relatively impressive, just maybe not over the top strong. So, everybody and everything got nerfed. Is it over? Is the world ending? Not quite. But it's disappointing to see for sure, even for me, because I'm planning to pull for both of these dudes. And with this, I'm done for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, and also go check the latest Llama build guide I made